Alright, I appear to have a viewer, so do me a favor, whoever is watching the stream right now. Can you tell me if you can hear me? Which, that's actually pretty silly, because if you can't hear me, you're obviously not going to answer. Well, I guess we're just going to give this a try then, and somebody can let me know if they can hear me or can't hear me. Alright, I did a self YouTube test, so it appears that audio is here. Welcome, one viewer. I say one because that second one was just me testing my own stream. Aaron is currently out of town right now. Work has kind of kept him away, and his schedule's changed in an unexpected manner. So, whereas we have been doing this as a joint run, we're going to do something a little different today. Last week, we beat Vort of the Boreal Valley, and it was kind of an intense fight, given that we're both newbies to this game. And after we logged off, I felt you probably don't want to watch me do the same boss, so I went and did that myself. So since I'm caught up to where he is, we're going to do something tonight, and that's for the next hour, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how things go. We're going to see how far I can get on my own, because we've been kind of two-manning this game, and it's very easy to see that I'm not going to claim by any stretch of the imagination it's not challenging, because it has been, and we have still died. But two people drastically lowers the danger factor of starting this game and being new at it. I mean, you can just aggro one enemy and have your friends sit around and backstab them over and over again. So, we're going to be flying a little solo tonight, and trying to see how far we can get. I know I'm hopeful. You know, I'm definitely the better looking between the two of us, and also better at video games between the two of us. So I kind of think, you know, Aaron's been holding me down a bit, and without him shackling me, it'll be great to... Now, who am I kidding? This is going to be painful, but, you know, that's why we do this, for you the fans. Now, as you may notice, I am wielding a greatsword, and I did not have this the last time that we played. I decided to go ahead and farm this up, because really I like bigger weapons, and I've been trying. I actually gained 3 full levels trying to farm the very first Great Axe enemy at the beginning of the game, because I wanted one. I never got him to drop a Great Axe, but I sure found 3 halberds off of his buddy. So I settled on this this claymore here that you can get as early as the dragon enemy, and it's not where I want to wind up at the end of the game. I'm thinking great axes or ultra great swords when it's all said and done, but for now, this is just fine. The damage is really nice, and it takes a little getting used to because I like the two-hand things, and as you can see, this weapon does a upward and downward motion for attack, which is not what I was used to. Here I am eating some hits that I would have liked to avoid, but I'm not very good, so that's not going to happen. However, like working out old muscles, improvement does happen. I remember when these night enemies used to just give me fits when I saw my first one near the dragon. And now they're really not so bad. I suppose if I were actually good at parrying, they'd be much easier. Now, Aaron and I beat that guy last time. Screw it. I was about to say the object of this stream is not to embarrass myself, but I suppose it kind of is, right? So, let's fight him. What's the worst that can happen? Other than, you know, ritualistic killing. As you can see, this guy decided to fight him in the close quarters. Oh dear. No. Okay. Not going great. Not going as bad as it could have gone either. Okay. Thank you, Rich, for blocking my health bar so I couldn't see. I just received a PlayStation message, and I'm not going to blame Rich for that. I mean, I died because I got hit, quite frankly, but I also could not see my health bar because a big text message covered it up. So thank you, Rich. I appreciate that. Let's go get my souls back. I mean, I got overly excited and played that all wrong anyway. Here I bothered to equip the shield, but then I didn't use the shield. Something I can't quite get the hang of, no matter how long I play, is where you'll actually trigger a backstab animation from. I mean, I know I get the basic gist of being behind an enemy, but it does not seem to reliably get me a backstab animation. Mistakes were made, but honestly, I think we can get that guy. I don't think he'll be too big of a problem. I just need to get better at, frankly, not panicking. Yeah, see, like right there, I'm not certain what or where triggers the what triggers the animations. Oh, you jerk. Oh, wow, okay. I don't know why I got that, but hey, that's effective. The fact that I have enough stamina for 4 attacks with this is getting me through this. I don't think this is a great idea to do this, but I'm going to preemptively go ahead and drink an Estus flask just so I have full HP. And then we're going to aggro this guy. He's going to sharpen his weapon, or imbue it, or whatever that is that he's doing. Going to regenerate some stamina and dodge. And then we're going to not lose any health to him the next time we fight him. So that's neat. Some panic rolls near the end there. Okay, so we got a one-handed Lothric Knight Sword. I'm pretty much going to be foregoing all forms of one-handed weaponry. We could watch some guys panicking and getting killed right here, trying to fight him in close quarters. This, you know, I'm not a good Dark Souls player, but as far as video game logic in general goes, I think this is a... Oh, let's just be mean about it. I think this is really idiotic to try to fight him in these quarters. Granted, I guess if you're more experienced, you can do it, but I certainly wouldn't give it a try. Tri-finger butthole. This would be a shining example of why I love the Dark Souls community. And that sounded sarcastic because I have a naturally sarcastic sounding voice, but I assure you, if you combine the messages, it is help me, Tri-finger butthole. You know, sure. Alright, so this is an area Aaron and I did not explore in the first place. The cathedral at the top of the hill past all the Lothric Knights. This had fog in front of it when I was in his game as a phantom. So I'm naturally assuming... Oh, I can kill all the pews. I'm not going to make you watch me do that. But so I'm naturally assuming this is yet another boss fight. So I'm just getting prepared for that. Now the real fight begins. Do it.
Ah, the wait has been long, unkindled one. I am Emma, High Priestess of Lothric Castle. Allow me to speak frankly. You will
Can I still be Garth?
The Lords of Cinder here. They have left, gone, to their churning homes, converging at the base of this castle. Head to the bottom of the high wall, forge on through the great gate, and raise this banner to proceed.
All right, that.
This farewell gift is for you. It is the insignia of an old covenant. If you fear trespassers, dark spirits drawn by the embers, then etch this upon your heart, and the old Concord will beckon noble blue sentinels to hunt these foul spirits.
Way of Blue.
What is wrong? Are you not a Lord Seeker?
So yeah, I'm just
Head to the base.
at this point speaking to her. I'm trying not to talk over things like, you know, some of the NPCs, just because I don't know. I appreciate being able to hear the game. I realize if you're watching this, you've probably already seen Dark Souls 3 to death and back. I have not, so that's new for me. I'm sure there's things up here to explore, but honestly, I'm just going to go use this banner, because I wondered what I was supposed to do after we killed Vort. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but all of those messages that said, run and jump off of that cliff, yeah, I mean, you have to wake up a little bit earlier than that. I'm not quite that stupid. Just a little stupid. So 15 minutes in, we've died, we've killed some knights, we talked to an old lady. We're keeping track of how much further I can progress without Aaron here, and what I either can show him or not show him and see if he'll die to later. So here we are raising the banner now at the cliff. This is a beautiful game. I never really gave this series a chance, but okay. The view just got a little less beautiful. Definitely less beautiful. Okay, 3 times less beautiful. Wait, that's huh? Not where I expected this to go. I mean, I know I don't really have control of my character here, and that's probably a good thing, because I'd have been a little less trusting than he was. Thank you, friends. Oh, good. We're at the Undead Settlement. That's nice. I'm vaguely aware of some of the areas in this game, if not simply from the fact that, you know, I'm not a power gamer by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like to do a little research. I want to look up weapon types, and unfortunately, if you hate spoilers, you're not going to be able to avoid them if you want to actually look up different weapons that you can find throughout the game to prepare for. So I knew about the Undead Settlement, and I know that there's some stuff in here that I really want. There's a boss in here that I know I need to kill so that I can begin to create weapons out of boss souls. Because Vort turns into, or basically that giant dog demon with the mace, his mace is actually a weapon that I can use, and that's something I'm looking forward to. I used to dig, alright. That's something. I guess they didn't pay their tabs, I don't know. Alright, well, they're dogs. And we've dealt with dogs before. Of course, the camera wasn't working against us those times. I never really gave, as I was saying, or I think I was saying, I never really gave the Dark Souls series much of a chance. I never gave it any chance, actually. I hated the hype surrounding, you know, oh, it's so difficult, it's so, excuse me. Excuse me. I hated the hype surrounding the whole, you know, it's hardcore and for hardcore gamers. And I didn't think that that possibly could be true. At the very least, not to the degree that it was hyped up as. And so, is it true? The game's definitely difficult. At least, you know, it does not offer you much in the way of... I'm really fighting to use the word hand-holding because I think that's overused and overly cliche, but it offers the freedom that I have to admit a lot of games are foregoing these days. I can, yeah, excuse me while I missed them with the first couple swings. Good thing they didn't aggro me. They were chewing on a nice alluring skull right there. I don't know how alluring skulls can really be, but you know, who am I to judge?
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackle. Oh.
We met a friend.
Then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor.
Grotesque.
I am Yol of Londor, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you?
Wasn't high on my list of
I was once a
priorities.
sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
But, you know, the spice of life is to try new things, so...
Oh, I am
let's be friends.
honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew.
Well, you probably will be soon, knowing this game.
I, Yol of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
As long as you don't call yourself Yol of Londor every time we refer to each other. So I guess that's one of those game quirks right there where you could have just walked up and, you know, killed him. I know apparently many a gamer who describes themselves as just murdering every person that they meet in here. Which in and of itself I think is actually a really cool quirk that you can just... I know for a fact through stories I've read that these games allow you to pretty much kill everyone that you meet who's an NPC. I know some people in the previous games locked themselves out of buying spells because they would accidentally press their attack button when they went to speak to somebody, or not accidentally press their attack button, who knows. And again, these are all sorts of things that initially turned me off about these games. Basically, we are... okay, so... Mo, if you're watching this, my broadcast bar here does not have a comment on the side of it. So if you've been saying something to me, I haven't seen it. I have the PS4 menu here. Alright, oh, one of these lantern guys. No, don't think so, buddy. Got some worker pants. Okay. Sorry, as I'd been saying, trying to think of a simpler way to say all this. I couldn't believe that this game could possibly be as good as people made it out to be. And I have to be very honest, I have to be even more honest. I'm surprised there's a bonfire this early down here. But I have to be perfectly frank, I think this game is gorgeous. The world is really cool. The build freedom is neat. If not familiar, I'm certain there's plenty of power builds that, you know, if you don't do them, you kind of suffer. The world's beautiful, and I think what I fell in love with most was the idea that, like, right now I'm using this claymore, and I'm sure somebody out there who power games can argue with me on this, but theoretically, if I just wanted to use this claymore throughout the rest of the game, I could. It's not, you know, as an RPG gamer, or rather a hack and slash gamer, what you might call a white weapon. It's perfectly viable throughout the entirety of the game. Alright, Mo, I'm pretty sure... Okay, guys, give me a timeout really quick. Apparently, I may have set it to not see comments. I'm going to try and figure that out, so... if you want to abandon ship, go ahead, but I say give me about, at maximum, 5 minutes to figure out what I may have done wrong here with the broadcast menu. Okay, so if you guys can hear me, yeah, I have it I have it set to show me comments on my sidebar. So if y'all are leaving me comments and I'm not seeing them, I have no idea why, and I apologize for that. I also don't know how to fix it, though. If you want to give me a minute here, maybe I can just shut down the stream and start it right back up, and we'll see if that fixes anything. So yeah, I'm going to turn this off and turn it back on.